All right, so good morning. How's everybody doing? This is Andrew. Today's presentation, which I was going to do on Wednesday, and then the cryptocurrency space was getting just hammered. And I said, maybe we have to take you off the ledge a little bit. Let me walk you through this. And, now we've rallied 150 billion from that. So I'm glad that I switched it around a little bit. What I'm going to teach you guys is Litecoin today. So the Coin Mastery series is what we call it, or I like to call it. Is basically you guys get to learn 4 coins a week. You get an Alpha Shark rating system, and you also get proprietary based buy levels based on a technical analysis. And we're just going to go straight through the list. So this week we've taught you guys Cardano. What else did we teach? I don't know what we did else that we did this week. I think we did Cardano, Litecoin, maybe NEM and NEO. Those are just the market caps right now. I know last week was Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and Bitcoin Cash. So every single week, guys, if you guys are members of the room, this will be the last day of the open house. We might run the open house again in April. I'm not 100% sure. If you guys want to sign up, we still have a couple spots left for a trial, and you'll be moved into the trading room starting on Monday. If you guys aren't, you will not be able to get out. So we send it. So what you guys get, we are working on that right now. We're changing the whole website, so just give us a couple of days on that. But what you guys will get when you're a member, you will not get trade alerts, but what you'll get is you'll get how long of audio? 4 hours of audio, something like that. 3 hours of audio. I'm on 30 minutes. Dan's on at 45 hour. So you get 3 hours and 15 minutes. So you get 3 hours and 15 minutes of audio every single day. Plus you're gonna get the Coin Mastery series. Plus you'll get the recordings of everything, and you'll get my proprietary portfolio. So I'm tracking my own portfolio. You will get that, and I'll send those out to current members on Monday. Full stop. Okay, so Coin Mastery series, guys. I'm gonna teach you guys Litecoin today. Litecoin is probably the easiest thing to understand if you know what Bitcoin is, because actually Charlie Lee, who's the founder, likes to say that Litecoin is silver and Bitcoin is gold. So it's literally almost the same thing as Litecoin. It does have some things that are beneficial. It has some negatives as well. But what we're going to teach you, or I'm going to teach you guys today, is Litecoin. So a little risk disclaimer, we have to put this in every single webinar and ebook. Day trading, short-term trading, option trading, future tradings, and crypto tradings are extremely risky undertaking. They are generally not appropriate for someone with little capital, little to no trading experience, and a low tolerance of risk. All trades are not, there are no trades that are recommendation or advice. Nobody on my team on either trading room, 7 moderators, is a registered investment advisor. You cannot give recommendations or advice. If you guys have any questions, call your registered investment advisor, and they probably won't give you recommendations about cryptos. We cannot be sued for losses of capital. All trades are for educational purposes only. Please contact your registered investment advisor for margin execution and other capital requirements. And then everybody's watching today's presentation adheres to all risk disclaimers on www.alphashark.com and www.acryptoshark.com. Okay, so currently I have no position in Litecoin. During that sell-off of Bitcoin to 11,000, I did buy some Litecoin, and then I moved out of my Litecoin. So I have been a buyer of Litecoin before in the past. My point of view, which is I'm in the Mr. S camp, and Mark's kind of camp too, is that there's a lot of projects out there that can 10x your money, but the chances of Litecoin 10xing is very, very small. So when I look at my portfolio of cryptos, I'm not looking to buy cryptos to get a 20% yearly return, okay? I'm looking at cryptos to 10x my money, 5x my money, 20x my money, okay? So personally for myself, I like to be in riskier names. And, Litecoin is a very stable name. The beta of it, or how much it moves, is gonna be not that much. It's gonna run really entwined with Bitcoin. So, if we have these cryptos, and like I said, guys, my crypto portfolio, I'm in it to win it, I'm in it to lose it, right? So if cryptos go from, let's say we're 500 billion, right now, we're probably 600 billion. If we're 600 billion, and I think we could go to 2 trillion, okay? What will happen most likely, unless there's major news, so that's a 3x multiplier, right? The big names, okay, and this is just my opinion, the big names are just going to 3x, which is great. Who doesn't want to 3x their money? But I'm looking for those ones that could possibly get 10x, okay? Whoa, hello. So these are going to 3x, and I'm looking for ones that are going to 10x. So, you know, this is more of a stable play. You know, when I compare to things to the stock market, because the cryptos are very similar to the stock market, I always say that Bitcoin's the S&P, so then maybe you would say that Litecoin is the XLF, or something like that. Or you know, maybe it's the diamonds or something like that, or the Dow futures. So, you know, it will move a lot with the market. If we sell off, Litecoin will go down. If it moves up, the Litecoin will go up. But there's not many things that I think that Litecoin can, you know, basically outperform the market, okay? A lot of the top 10 names, you know, I think Ripple has a better chance of outperforming the market. I think maybe a Stellar has a good chance of outperforming the market. Neo for sure. But Bitcoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, maybe even Ethereum is just going to go with the market. So if you like to be safe and secure and you want like stable gains if the market goes higher, this is a good, you know, choice for you. If you like the little more risky ones, which I like, okay, then I get into, you know, some of the more speculative names. So the team behind Litecoin, this is a picture of Charlie Lee. He does do CNBC interviews and do a lot of interviews. You know, one thing when I look at a management team, I look at their background. This is like, I feel like when I go on a date with a girl and I ask her where she went to school and she says San Diego State, I already have a misconception of her based on her school. Doesn't mean it's really accurate to her intellectual level, but to a most part it actually is. So what I like to do when I look at the management team, you know, where have they been before? Do they know the space well? And, you know, what's their vision for the crypto? And crypto is kind of like the company. So Charlie Lee is the founder. He was a former Google employee. Let's just be honest, I could never get hired at Google. You don't get hired at Google because you're not intelligent. So he worked at Google, and then he went to Coinbase. Okay, Coinbase has raised about 170 million of VC money, 15 million open accounts, open about 100,000 new accounts a week. He took Bitcoin and tried to make it better. So basically what it was a fork, and it's actually really interesting that I listen to the trading room, not every day, but I do listen a good amount, and I didn't know the difference between a hard fork and a soft fork. And then you know, I heard it from Jonathan was talking about a hard fork versus a soft fork. So this is a hard fork. So basically what he said is that Bitcoin's great, but it has issues, okay? It's slow, the fees are high, it can't handle a lot of transactions. So basically he just took the code from Bitcoin and then he created Litecoin to make it better. Market cap by numbers, and this, whoa, sorry, I just saw a mistake here. I've met such OCD problems that I have to change this immediately. Okay, so let's look at Litecoin by the numbers. Okay, Litecoin by the numbers. Current market cap, $10 billion. Okay, tiny. I mean, if you look at Bitcoin, which runs the show, Bitcoin is, let's look at an accurate number of Bitcoin's market cap. And Bitcoin's market cap is, call it 200 billion. So Litecoin at 10 billion, Bitcoin at 200 billion. It's about 5% of Bitcoin, okay? So when you guys look at this, you got to see how much of a difference there is between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin's double Ethereum. You know, if you go to like, you know, Stellar, it's you know, 1/5 of its market cap. So it's actually like really small, so it does have a lot of room to grow. So market cap $10 billion, it's about 5% of Bitcoin and about 1.7 divided into the whole crypto space. So one thing I always like to look at is how much it is versus Bitcoin and then how much it looks in the crypto space. When I look at Bitcoin, I always look at it as a, you know, what's the market cap of Bitcoin? People would say, you know, what's the market cap of Bitcoin? The only way I can look at it is I can say how much gold it can take over or how much fiat currency it could take over in the world. Then when I look at some of the smaller names, I say, how much of Bitcoin's market cap can it take? Okay, because I think it could take some of the market cap. Current price, and this was 2 days ago, 190.05. It's up to 194.5. So, you know, within that $4 range. Volume, about $1.4 billion a day. You know, I trade some of these names, and some of these names trade like 100,000 a day. So it does trade pretty liquid. So, you know, to get in and out of position isn't that hard. But it only trades about 5% of Bitcoin's volume. You know, Bitcoin is always going to be the beast. I don't know if it'll ever get surpassed. I actually did a prediction that Ethereum will take over Bitcoin on market cap this year, but it hasn't so far. Total tokens in circulation, and I always look at this as a percentage point of view. So basically what Charlie Lee did is he looked at Bitcoin and he quadrupled the